Good evening, it's in France. We are to review the position of the latest happenings and the security details within the Nigerian state. According to the report on the pages of national newspapers, five policemen, three soldiers were gunned down by the terrorists or bandits, as the case is, in Zamfara state over the renewed onslaught and massacre of the indigenes of Zamfara state by the terrorists. Of course, that is an indication that the Nigerian security architecture has been greatly compromised. We have saboteurs within the security system, and the unmanned borders is very clear and loud that the Nigerian security operatives cannot mount the entire porous borders of the northern, of course, hemisphere. What does that tell about the state of affairs and, of course, of insecurity rocking the entire region of the north? This is not just to say that the north are the only ones suffering this unfortunate development, but then in most recent time, the north has become safe havens for the terrorists and their hideouts after onslaughts against the masses of indigenous communities, where several of them has been sacked, killed, ransacked, and reoccupied. We begin to ask, what exactly is the Nigerian government doing over these incessant attacks on the defenseless indigenous communities within the Nigerian territorial integrity? And yet, uh, this person has not been brought to justice or held responsible for the killings and massacre of children, female, women, and of course the male folks. It's quite unfortunate. We've received reports that the farmers in the north are being held, of course, hostage. They are being besieged. They can't go to their farms except they pay heavily ransom imposed on them. All these informations are coming up, and the government have not come out to tell us the reason why the Nigerian masses of population should be subjected to such a level of cruelty. The chief of defense staff coming up to tell Nigerians in most recent time that they should not expect the military to do magic or be anywhere, everywhere at the same time, all the time, whatever be the case. It is an admittance of failure to their constitutional responsibility of protecting life and property of Nigerians under any circumstances. It's fortunately that today they have lost that important core duty to the Nigerian state. The allegiance they took to defend the territorial integrity of Nigerian state has been faulted, or the contract has been broken, because if life and properties of Nigerians continue to be wasted on daily basis unchecked, what is then the essence of the security system or architecture? What are they doing? If they can't live up to responsibility or to live up to their responsibilities and duty to Nigerians to protect the life and properties of Nigerians, then it means there is absence of government over the defined territories. It's unfortunate, not just the north, the east, of course, has been agog over the recent renewed quest for the restoration and declaration of the Biafran state, where the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile has vowed uh, to make Nigerian government and her security operative to pay heavily for the forceful disappearance of the indigenous people of Biafrans and their youth over the recent times, and of course the intimidation, extortion, and killings of the Biafran people. They have vowed and have given a directive for the entire military personnel to evacuate the entire region defined as Biafran territory. To this end, the renewed hostility have taken unusual dimension, and people now are apprehensive and trapped in fears, agonies. What does the future hold? How long will this state of insecurity continue, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria? Even as Simon Ekpa and his group are preparing for the declaration of the restoration of the Biafran lost sovereignty. And you begin to ask, from all fronts, Nigerian military have been stretched and confronted. Will they survive this level of of course, confrontations coming from the north, the east, and of course, the west is not left out because most Fulanese have occupied some forests in the north, and in the west, sacking some communities where they are scoring for safety or taking shelter in Benin Republic and other parts of the world. This is quite unfortunate, but then we are still living in denial. The security operatives have not come to tell the truth. Why should police and soldiers be killed in their own territory? This is not an external aggression. This is still within the internal settings. That gives a very strong reason to worry. What is the state of Nigerian security today? On that review, let's know what is your own discussion regarding this development. Things have no longer the way they should be. When the hunter is being hunted, you know what that means. When those who should provide security or provide solutions to the mirrors of the insecurity bedeviling the country is now targeted, and they are becoming victims of the same cruelty or insecurity. What then can the ordinary masses who are not trained or have not received any military training regarding the safety of, of their of their own life and that of their families? Once again, that raises the concern: will Nigeria survive this level of confrontation from both sides, from different regions at different degrees? Well, only time will tell, but then some military personnel are tendering resignations for those who decided to go uh, through the official routes, eventually at numbers 1,000 plus in the last 120 days. Then that is to tell you that something fundamentally wrong. According to them, most of them are demoralized and have given up about the Nigerian project and could no longer consider Nigeria worthy of dying for. It's quite unfortunate when the soldiers, the combatant men who should defend the territorial integrity of the Nigerian state, are in the state of demoralized, of course, consciousness. It's quite unfortunate. That's something fundamentally wrong. And not until we rise to tell ourselves the truth, how best would this solution be profiled to this mirrors of problem? Some political class or leaders are still living in deep denial of the reality. And unfortunately, leaving crucial issues untouched and disaster is just catching up with all and sundry. Let's get to know what is your own perspective regarding this development and what you think would be the way out of this quagmire and dilemma or calamity that have befallen humanity within this contraption. Thank you once again. In anticipation for your own opinions, I wish you all the best until we come your way in subsequent edition. Bye for now. I remain Chigo Zendibo, the host anchor.